All right, Scrafters. This is Will versus. It's this one, and that Mdylfb. I don't know how you say whatever. And it's a best of three. I believe this is, what is this? Loser bracket game. And we've got Mdylfb in the bottom right in the red trunks, playing Terran, and Will in the yellow trunks up in the top left, not building anything. So Pylon's going to come down over here, and straight away I think this is better than builds that I've seen in the past. There isn't like a double gas first or anything weird. Double pylon though, you know, have you learned nothing? I was kind of hoping we'd see like an improvement, but there are workers building, so you know things are not terrible. There is a gateway, there is gas coming down for our Protoss player, there's a barracks, there is gas coming down for our Terran player. So early stages, things looking reasonably normal. And the SCV is going to come around and build, okay, interesting. I was going to say build the depot here for a full wall off, but now that the barracks is in the air flying about, yeah, I'm not sure what the point of all that was. Anyway, sometimes you lift the racks and you build the tech lab in the place here to sort of finish your wall, but I'm not really sure what happened there. Anyway, there's a queue of Marines are going to start coming out. There's two more racks are going to come down. There is an expo here for Will, and actually, you know, fair play, things looking okay. The side core is coming. Single gateway so far, but that's fine. Expo building. Pylon on the low ground. Not sure about this one. But yeah, things looking okay. What's not okay is the level of scouting that's happened so far. So this scan coming down, you know, scans, I would just point out, scans are expensive. If you're going to scan this region, let's look at the information you've got. You know that your opponent has got this expand, so that is useful information, but it's actually cheaper to just send an SCV across the map. You know, or a Marine or something like that. I can't quite remember how many minerals it is. I think 270 minerals is how much a mule mines, and a scan costs the same amount of energy as a mule, so better saving your energy and using it on mules. Another scan goes down, this time in this region, sees literally nothing, I think this time. So that one was a bit of a whiff. Sees, I suppose, that there's a cannon at the top here, but didn't see the stalkers. Stargate from Will, and nothing being built out of it just yet. I'd love to see an Oracle come in here and try and get some work done on these SCVs, but no matter. These barracks all have got the reactors on, so they can build 2 Marines at a time, and so actually Mdylfb can build quite a lot of Marines. You know, we can get 6 Marines pumping out here at a time, but no tech lab. What is the point in that? That looks horrendous. And what is the point in this? That's minging. No tech labs though, so there's not going to be any combat shield on any of these Marines, which is a shame. They are, however, going to have armor. Meanwhile, other side of the map, there's a forge, but I'm not so sure any upgrades have come from it. They haven't, and I'd like to see. I'd like to see some upgrades. I'd like to see some armor upgrades, etc. Another scan in this same area, and I'm just not sure about that. You know, like scan them in best to see what tech there is. What I'm really weirded out by is this like double Stargate. You know, not a single unit has been built from these 2 Stargates. Why not? You know, what was the point in building those? There's a Robo here. Again, not a single unit has been built from the Robo. Dark Shrine's going to come down, and that will enable Dark Templars, and they can be a potent unit. We've seen them sort of wreck stuff in other games. 2 Void Rays queued up at 1 Stargate and nothing building in the other one. You know, this type of stuff breaks my heart, man. Anyway, yeah, send 5 workers to do the job of 1. Well, sure, why not? You know. Anyway, Mothership is going to come out, and yeah, there's no sort of mobile detection here for Mdylfb, but he has got the scans, and don't use them all up. What was that second scan for? You've just used the first one, and you've seen that there's a mothership in the Cloaked Army. The last thing you want to do is use up all your scan energy. Although with that said, this orbital command has enough energy right now for 3 scans, now 2 scans. So you think carefully before you drop any more scans. This is a lot of Marines. So the mothership is going to die pretty quickly. There's no splash damage here in the Protoss army, and the DPS from these Marines is just savage. I'm not really sure why he's pulled back there. He easily could have won that. Look, 61 army supply to 31. Like that was in the bag. There was only like 3 Stalkers and a Void Ray left. Why didn't you just... What? I don't understand. I'm not sure why you ran away then. Like that was it. All you had to do was walk up the ramp and win. But that's not what he's done. So he's gone home for reasons best known to himself, and he's going to come back now with this army. And this time there is a Colossus doing splash damage, but you need to micro that Colossus a bit. Definitely this one badly needed microed. Those Colossus outrange Marines by roughly a mile. So you fire and you pull back, fire and pull back. They can also walk up cliffs. So that one Colossus actually could have killed all of these Marines with just a little bit of micro. But unfortunately it got within range of the Marines and got shot to death. One Dark Templar right now. But anyway, not going to happen. So the Marines are going to come in, shut down the pylons, and now will unfortunately just can't build anything apart from workers. And those aren't going to be overly useful at stopping this many Marines. So it is going to be GG, aside from like this sort of kind of caper, and the Marines are going to sort of wonder about the place, mopping stuff up. I'd love to see this army split up. You know what I mean? Look, you've got 77 Marines on the map, and they're all in the same place. Your opponent is like all over the map, trying to kind of be salty. So just split the Marines up, send them about the place, and end this nonsense. That's more like it. Scans going down left and right, but look, you've left behind all these. Why didn't you just leave a handful of Marines? Just leave behind 10 out of the 80 Marines, 90, 100 Marines that you've got. To just clean that up. Anyway, it is GG. So a better game from Will, certainly, but still not quite enough to see off that ridiculous number of Marines. GG.